Hey guys, how's everything going? This is JSer who is not good at algorithms. In this video, I'm going to take a look at 616, add a bold tag in string. We're given a string and the list of strings dictionary. We need to find a closed pair bold tag, B, right? To wrap the substrings in S that exist in the dict. If two such substrings overlap, we may need to wrap them together by only one pair of closed bold tags. Also, if two substrings wrapped by bold tags are consecutive, we need to combine them. Well, suppose we're giving the input like ABC, XYZ, 1, 2, 3. We have a word like ABC and 1, 2, 3. We need to emphasize this substring. It's like this, right? This kind seems like a possible interview questions in front-end development, right? So, sounds cool. So suppose we have AAA, BB, CC, AAA, AAB, BC. So this one obviously need to be bold, and this, also, and BC bold. So they are put together, BBBC. Pretty cool. So the obvious, the naive solution would be let's determine whether this one should be bold or not, right? If it is bold, and then we could, if it is bold, this one is bold, this one is bold. So yeah, we and then after each letter is checked, and we collect them, right? Collect the bold strings, and so how could we determine if one character should be bold or not? Well, I think that we could let's suppose start from the index. Like here, we search for every word in the dictionary. If it exists, if say we have AAA, so AAA should all be bold, right? Yeah, it all should be bold. And then because they should all be bold, but there might be B still be bold, so we need to continue check, right? Continue check whether where the maximum bold maximum boldness like there is a AAABB also in a dictionary, then AAABB is the longest string. So the problem becomes, what is the longest substring, which is in the dictionary, right? If I say for this letter we get AAA, so for A here, the longest bold end would be to here. So for this A, it would be here, right? So that becomes like a loop. Because these three are already bold, we need to check every letter in this. If some of the letter has a bold word, it might extend the boldness, right? Originally this is AAA, but for this A, it got AAB. So now for this A, the longest boldness, the end of the bold word will be extended to this B, right? And then ABB, no. BB, no. So for here, this index, the longest will be here. This could be done in a for loop, right? We check every word and check if dictionary has it or not and get the index. And the next one, the BC, BC, the longest will be, of course, BC. And C, it's 0, so there's nothing bold. But now, and if we determine that, we could say these 4 should be bold. This 4 should be bold. This 2 should be bold. Now we need to connect them. How could we connect them? Well, we could just say after we get the index, and then we could get index here, right? If it is, we append them to merge them, right? There will be no overlapping. We could just merge them together. Cool. So that's our solution. We loop through ds, find the longest bold bold word n index for each index and connect them if needed and then collect the result, right? So I'll write something. What first one is get bold n, which accepts an index. Let's just suppose it's I. And what do you return? First, it might be no boldness, right? So we return -1. If no bold, return the last bold index if found. Okay, now suppose we have this method, what we do? Well, we could loop through the string. For each string, we will get the connected boldness and then put the substring into the result, right? So the result would be like this. Const bold n, get bold n. What will it be? It will be -1 or a number. If it is -1, what does it mean? So if bold n is not -1, so it means it is bold. Check if connected bold word exists. Well, if it exists, we need to update this bold ends, right? So we set it to let. If so, while. Okay, so not here. So while bold n, we need to do this contiguously. If bold n is not -1, it means it is bold, and then we will try if next. Okay, next would be what? Get bold n +1, right? Yeah, so if next one is not, we just a break, right? If next is not bold, we break. And then it must be bold, right? So we update bold to bold next, right? Because they are connected. So now the bold end exactly will be A, B, A, B, A, here, A, B, and connected B, C. So the end here. What do we do? You know what I mean. If bold end, if it means it's bold, right? So we push B tag plus the S slice I bold n, don't forget +1 plus B. For the other cases, they are not bold. We just push. Oh, we don't need to push. I think we could just use a variable. There's no need to. We could just plus it. Yeah, and then if not, we just plus it as I. And finally, we return the result. Pretty clear, right? Now let's try to solve this try to implement this get bold n. Well, for I, I say for I, for each word, right? For each word in the bold, we need to traverse through. But this n will be dynamic. At first, it will be only this one letter because it might be bold or not bold. If we find a letter, find a word like ABC, so we need to traverse through this B and then C. If now we made a BCXYZ, we need to continue to check to Z, right? Because it might extend the bald end dynamically. Technically, we need to traverse through the bald end. So, well, we need to keep track of that dynamic end, which is let n, of course, we initialize to I itself, right? And then let start equals I, which means we're going to do the traverse. So, because the end is dynamic, so we use while loop or start equal to n. We check. How do we check? We check if some word matches it. Right? So for let word of dict, if word equals to slice start start plus the word name, right? If found a word, extend the end, right? We need to set the end to what? This is the next word, so end would be max and start plus word name minus 1. So this is the new end, right? Like at the beginning the end is 0. We made AAA. Now it's plus 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So next end is A. Now we move to A. Oh, we don't forget to move plus 1. What will this end? Well, the end will be at the bald end. If the S met the last met the end of the string, there will be no matching word, so this will stop at itself. Yeah, cool. So it's no problem. And now, yeah, AAB, we extend the end to B. So finally we go to B, there's nothing we can match. So we stop, and what we do, there's a problem that if n equals to I, if there's only one letter, but there might be a word of one letter, right? A. So we cannot tell if that is not bold or bold. If we just checking it by the index, we actually need the flag is bold found. Should bold be bold default to false. If we find a word, then this should be set to true. And now if we found bold, and we return n, right? If not, we return -1. So this is our whole solution, which is pretty clear, I think. We first define this utility method to get the bald end from certain index, and then we we just try to connect those boldness together for each index, and then I forgot, I need to move the I to the bald end, right? And then I plus 1, it will be actually the next start. Cool. So this is very clear, right? We move to the string, and for each index, we get the maximum bold end, and then move this cursor index, move the cursor to next one. So there will be no duplicates. Okay, so that's all. Let's try run the code. Unexpected token. Oh. It seems like there's an infinite loop. Yeah, there's an infinite loop. Where is it? I start more than n. For each word, if word matches, then it should be bold. The max n start plus not start. Oh yeah, it's start with an and update them in. Okay, start +1 should be bold, return end. So this is right, I think. And then we move through the string, get the bold, while bold, while if it is bold, we continue to check the next one, +1. And then if it is not bold, we break. If it is, we set to the next one, and then we check it again, right? Because it's not -1. And the bottom, finally, we add it to the bottom +1, and then all result is this. Oh, I made a mistake. It should be here. Yeah. Cool. Try to submit, and we're accepted. Let's try to analyze the time and space complexity. For the bound here, let's suppose there are, suppose the s.length is m, and dect has word n word, and because this matters for word like here, like the slicing thing. Let's say averagely the length will be k. Okay, averagely I said. Okay, for each get ball here, for each index, we will check for. The worst case is that every word will be matched. So the word here, for each word, obviously is n, and here we slice it and compare. Well, it should be k, right? nk, and then we do it over and over again. Each word we will check it, and this is not right. How can I should I put it? For each letter, for the case here, A, it will be checked once, and then this one will be checked once, right? Checked for once, and this one checked for once. Yeah, actually for each letter in the S, we will check it once for all the words, actually. All the words will be N, right? And for each word, actually, we will slice for K and to do the comparison. And it came after this twice. 2K. Yeah, but it's average O and K. Is that enough? Because we checked, and yeah, there's no duplicate because it's always moving forward. We get the index here. If we get it, and then we will move the original track here to that next index, right? So each word actually will be checked only once. So yeah, OMK space. We don't use extra space, I think. Yeah, so it's constant. Am I right? N word, just K. So each compare actually will be for N word and K. Yeah. Okay, so that's all for this problem. Hope it helps. Before we leave, just do some recap on this one. Yeah, just do the brute force, compare each word, and one thing to remember is that we could split into our JavaScript function into smaller ones, and do that later. If in a interview, if we don't have enough time, we could talk about ideas, and interviewers might comprehend that. Yeah, we do the first index, we get the index, and we have suppose this function exists, and then we could finish our main program here, and then we will start working on this. But the analysis before writing the code is very important. We need to convince the interviewers that I have a good understanding of this problem. I have a dedicated approach. I have a milestone. I have a good plan of how I should implement it. But I will do it step by step. So create a milestone, step by step. Yeah. Okay. That's all for this one. See you soon. Bye bye.